Luke Doris here in the Channel 8 Weather Center, and this is going to be my last update. The storm's on the way. It's imminent now, and we've been tracking it and trying to keep you up to speed with what's going on. So what's this thing going to do? We haven't gotten anything here in Lincoln just yet. Some of us are looking at the clock thinking, when's this going to start? And what are we going to see? There are updates, because earlier, if you watched the 5 and 6 o'clock news, there was some concern of pulling in dry air for Lincoln. Still, big system just to our west. I mean, just a few miles west. But for Lincoln, there was concern that we would catch dry air and thus our snow totals wouldn't be gone, but they would be lower than initially thought. That's changed. All right. When are we going to see snow? What's going on now? Let's start out with the radar. This is a 1-hour loop, and you can see what's been trying to be rain in southeast Nebraska. This really is it's really dry down at the ground, so a lot of this is evaporating. So if you drive around, you may not even have to turn on your windshield wipers with this stuff. But snow already underway out to our west. Note the heavy bands and spots north Platte up toward Broken Bow, moving in out of the south. This is a 1-hour loop, and in some spots we've already seen accumulation. Look southwest of Hastings. Franklin, Harlan counties, reports of 3 to 4 inches have come in. In fact, light snow being seen on the road cams on the ground as far east as York and even up toward Norfolk. So it's already underway. All right, let's go out west, and we'll show you what we're looking at on the computer end of things back here. This is our latest and greatest stuff. This is called the HRRR computer model. Super short term, super high resolution. It's fantastic. And let's see what it says as far as when we see the snow switch, and it ought to be, this is at 1 o'clock in the morning. Light snow, not doing a whole lot just yet, still overcoming the dry air, but the system really gets going. It's slowed down a little bit, so this is at 4 o'clock in the morning. Note your dark blue bands that are working in out of the south. This system has gone a little bit further south, so that dry air stays down there. And watch as we go through your morning. Oh my gosh, this is by 6 o'clock in the morning. Very heavy snowfall, up to 2 inches per hour possible in some spots. It'll lighten up by the time this is at 11 o'clock. You can see that by then we're starting to slow things down a little bit. This is going to be lighter through the rest of the day, but you won't be able to tell it because it's going to blow so hard tomorrow with the winds gusting to 45 miles per hour. Still near whiteout conditions. That's another thing. This isn't just about snow. We're getting caught up on totals, but the winds here near whiteout conditions or whiteout conditions, even if you're not in the blizzard warning, you're very, very close to it. So again, the concern earlier was with our snow, seeing less here in Lincoln. All those indications are gone. I'm going to quickly run through a ton of different models that we look at that some used to say, hey, there's indication it could miss us. Those are all gone. So there's one. This is the same computer I just showed you, and it's got us in the very heavy bands. Just look at the bright colors. That's all that matters. The bands of snow, 6 inches plus. Some spots out here upwards of a foot would be possible. This one agrees. It doesn't have us in the dry slot. This one doesn't have us in the dry slot, even though it doesn't go out all the way to tomorrow evening. Still the pinks and the purples, the heavy bands over the Lincoln area. Here's another one, the dry air down south, thus the lighter snows there. Here's another one that's a closer view of the one that we just looked at, so it's got it in Lincoln as well. So here's the spread, anywhere from 6 inches or so, 6-7 inches on the low end, the high end upwards of a foot. This is for Lincoln. Here's another one. The average is at about 11 to 12 inches. We see some of the indications of lower, some of higher. This is a great way to look at averages rather than precise totals there. But here's a bigger, broader view of what we can expect through the area. This is going to go all the way up into Iowa and all the way down into southwest Kansas. So 2 to 6 inches is pretty likely down here in southeast Nebraska. In the Lincoln area, 6 to 11 inches, 8 to 12 inches, upwards of a foot, probably going to happen toward, I'm looking at Grand Island, Hastings, Holdridge, McCook, some of those spots. And here's a more precise, I'm going to show this on TV, a more precise look. Don't look at the specific numbers necessarily. We can't forecast snow to 1/10 of an inch, obviously. But just to highlight, the sharp cutoff that was over Lincoln has shifted further south. Look at Falls City. It's in that sharp cutoff. But the heavy pink bands are right over Lincoln. And again, highlighting some spots upwards of a foot. So again, heavy snow's on for Lincoln, and could be the biggest one in years. We're going to have the winds to go with it. A dangerous storm, one that, if you can, of course, you want to avoid. Try not to travel in this, and if you have maybe, some elderly, you might want to give them a call. Just check in on them tomorrow, and just be safe. And hopefully you get to stay in, and maybe some of you get to enjoy the day off. So with that, that's your final update. We'll see how this plays out tomorrow, and be well.